Hailing from the snowy mountains of Tibet, the Lhasa Apso used to be fierce watchdogs for palaces and monasteries. Now, the breed is not limited as a palace guard because they have become great family companions who are willing to dedicate their lives to protecting their loved ones. Hello and welcome to Dog Oracle. Before we get into today's video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more dog videos. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video to find out exactly how one Lhasa Apso avoided the death penalty after 8 years. Yes, you heard that right. You won't want to miss that. Let's get into 10 things you must know before bringing home a Lhasa Apso. Number 10. This is an ancient breed. 4,000 years ago, the Lhasa Apso was first bred in the icy mountains of Tibet. After Tibet converted to Buddhism in the 7th century AD, the Lhasa Apso became a distinctive breed. With their thick coat, full hair, and wolfish coloring, the Lhasa Apso was nicknamed the lion dog by Buddha, who is supposed to have had powers over lions. They are one of the oldest dog breeds in the world, and believe it or not, DNA testing has revealed that they are closely related to the Asian wolves of Tibet. According to experts, they are most likely descendant from the Tibetan Spaniel and Tibetan Terrier. The Tibetan Terrier and the Lhasa Apso were once considered the same breed. By the time the Lhasa Apso arrived in the United States, there was widespread interbreeding with Shih Tzus and Tibetan Terriers. This confused many dog experts, but by 1930, the breeds has been separated and distinct standards had been established. Number 9. They are nicknamed the Jellybean dog. While the Lhasa Apso's name is already great on its own, these dogs aren't new to strange nicknames. The Jellybean dog is the one that stands out the most, but it's not because they're small and cute like you initially thought. It's because this breed is available in a variety of hues. In fact, the Lhasa Apso has the genetics to produce at least 9 different hues. The outcome of combining and mixing these colors results in a wide range of attractive and striking coat shades. There's apricot, golden, grizzle, charcoal, and a ton of other variations. According to the American Kennel Club, there are 13 approved hues and 7 different types of marking, providing you with lots of options for coat colors. Number 8. They're fiercely independent. The Lhasa Apso has a unique and fascinating personality. They're majestic, independent, and strong dogs who are also cheerful, mischievous, and playful. They take their role as protectors very seriously. By now, you already know that this breed tends to act independently, and because of this, training and socializing them as puppies is very important. The training will help them gain good canine manners and prevent them from thinking that they rule over you. With this, Lhasa Apso owners must be strong and composed, but also kind and gentle. However, you'll be relieved to know that this breed doesn't need intensive exercise. Unlike other dog breeds, the Lhasa is content with short walks and play sessions. Number 7. The Tibetans associate the breed with a mythical beast. The ancient Tibetans used to say that if the snow lion stays in the mountains, it's a snow lion. If it comes down to the valleys, it becomes a dog. The snow lion is a celestial animal that has become Tibet's symbol. In the old saying, the snowy mountain ranges of the region have been mentioned, and the symbols of strength and power were also suggested. Many scholars believe that the beast in the ancient saying is none other than the Lhasa Apso. In fact, the Tibetan name for the breed can be roughly translated as bearded lion dog. The snow lion is a sacred animal to the Tibetans, so this living representation of the mythical beast caught the attention of many people. Because of this, the Lhasa Apso will always be a favorite of the ancient Tibetans and the modern-day people. Today, some Lhasa Apsos are taken into Buddhist temples and other sacred communities, and there they are well respected. Number 6. Hundreds of years ago, monks used the breed to guard monasteries. Don't be deceived by the Lhasa Apso's small stature and shaggy coat. They're actually attentive canines with a sharp feel of their surroundings. Only a few things can get past them. After all, the snow lion was thought to be the Tibet's guardian, so it would only be natural for these dogs to follow in their footsteps. For hundreds of years, the Tibetan monks have relied on the Lhasa Apso to protect their monasteries from dangerous predators and unwanted visitors. They were guardians who protected the perimeters of monasteries. With their keen sense of hearing, the Lhasa Apso effectively kept an eye out for anyone or anything that approaches the monastery. With their powerful barks, they'll alert the entire neighborhood the moment they detect something. However, these dogs can only do so much to secure their community. As a result, Lhasa Apsos often join forces with a much larger Tibetan Mastiff to keep intruders at bay. Number 5. Long ago, Lhasa Apsos were never sold, but only gifted. Hundreds of years ago, some dog breeds were highly sacred to their owners that they were never sold, but only given as gifts. Shih Tzus, for example, were illegal to own if you don't have a noble status. Similarly, because Lhasa Apsos were once considered sacred temple dogs, they were rarely sold. The Dalai Lama is said to have given the Lhasa Apso to Chinese emperors hundreds of years ago. This is also how these dogs arrived in the United States. Historians claim that in the 1930s, a traveler named Charles Cutting traveled to Tibet with his wife. The couple eventually returned to America, but not before receiving 2 Lhasa Apsos as gifts from the 13th Dalai Lama. So, if you own a Lhasa Apso in the United States today, there's a strong chance it came from this pair. Number 4. They have a very long lifespan. Despite their small size and fragile appearance, the Lhasa Apso is a sturdy and healthy dog breed. In fact, did you know that the Lhasa Apso has one of the greatest lifespans of any dog breed? These canines can live anywhere from 12 to 15 years on average. Like the Shih Tzu, Maltese, Chihuahua, Jack Russell Terrier, and Toy Poodle, the Lhasa Apso is one of the small breeds that are capable of lasting such a long life. But wait, we actually have another interesting fact for you. The Lhasa Apso with the longest lifespan lived to be 29 years old. For comparison, the world's longest living dog was an Australian cattle dog who lived for 29 years and 160 days. Number 3. One Lhasa Apso has been awarded for his bravery. A Lhasa Apso named Morgan saved his owner back in 2015. Morgan was living with his human family, John and Mary, and they were an elderly couple living in Liverpool, England. John, 70, was gardening one day and he fell unconscious after stumbling from a scaffolding. Morgan was the only one who noticed. So how did Morgan react? He performed what Lhasas are known for, barking and alerting. Morgan growled and barked like a mad dog for several minutes in an attempt to get help. He wouldn't stop until someone arrived. Mary was eventually alerted and an ambulance was sent to take John to the hospital. Who knows how long it would have been before Mary knew. If it hadn't been for Morgan the Lhasa Apso, she might have lost her husband. Morgan was later awarded by the PDSA with the Bravery Award and he was invited to a ceremony. Number 2. The Lhasa Apso is essential in Buddhist reincarnation. Lhasa Apsos are associated with celestial snow lions and are only given to Buddhist temples. They are undoubtedly sacred animals to the Tibetan people. But have you ever thought about why? Tibetan Buddhists believe in reincarnation, in which a person's or animal spirits are reborn as a new person or animal after death. But this is not as straightforward as it sounds. Before being given the opportunity to be born as a human, there are several stages of reincarnation. It's also thought that the soul reincarnates as a dog before reincarnating as a human. The ancient people of Tibet believed the souls of a high lama are often born as Lhasa Apsos before reaching the human stage. With this in mind, it's easy to see why Tibetans treated Lhasa Apsos with such respect and dignity. Number 1. One Lhasa Apso avoided death for the longest time. You read that correctly. If being on death row isn't enough for a dog, one Lhasa Apso has spent the most time on it. According to the Seattle Weekly, a Lhasa Apso named Word set a world record by spending 8 years on death row. After the dog bit a woman on Capitol Hill, the court verdict claimed that the city could properly remove aggressive animals and dispose of them if necessary. However, despite multiple appeals, Word easily evaded death. It was never proven that Word was the dog who bit the woman. As absurd as the situation may seem, there is little information on what happened to the Lhasa Apso in the end. We hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below which fact about the Lhasa Apso was your favorite, or if you missed anything you think should have made the list. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and here's another one that you might like to watch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.